We all carry wounds. Some are visible, scars we can trace with our fingers. But others lie deeper, hidden beneath the surface, woven into our memories and emotions. Perhaps your wound comes from betrayal, from loss, or from a moment in the past that you revisit again and again. A wound that time hasn't healed, because, as the Stoics would remind us, it is not time that heals, but perspective. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "Choose not to be harmed, and you won't feel harmed. Don't feel harmed, and you haven't been." This isn't about denial, it's about reclaiming the space between pain and your response to it. In Stoicism, suffering is not merely what happens to us, but how we interpret and react to what happens. 1. Pain is neutral. Our judgment gives it power. Old wounds tend to hurt not only because of the original event, but because of how often we revisit them. We add stories, meanings, and judgments. We say, "Why did this happen to me?" Or, "How could they do this to me?" These are natural questions, but also traps. Epictetus taught that we should distinguish between what is within our control and what is not. The past, outside of our control. The actions of others, also beyond us. But our thoughts, our choices, our interpretations, those are ours. So let this be your first reminder. Your pain is not your identity. It is part of your story, but it does not define your essence. You are the author of your response, not the victim of your past. 2. The wound can be a pathway to wisdom. Seneca said, "Difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body." The Stoics did not aim for a life without hardship. They sought the kind of strength that transforms hardship into understanding. Ask yourself, has your pain made you more compassionate toward others? Has it helped you recognize resilience within yourself? If so, then your wound has already begun to transform. It is no longer just a source of suffering, but a teacher. There is a kind of dignity in having suffered and still choosing to live with integrity, to love again, to stand back up. The wound, then, becomes not a weakness, but a sign of your depth and humanity. 3. Accept what cannot be changed. Stoicism teaches not resignation, but radical acceptance. The idea of amor fati, to love your fate, calls us not only to endure what happens, but to embrace it. Even the painful parts. How can one love what hurt them? Not by celebrating the wound itself, but by recognizing that everything you've experienced has shaped the person you are now. Even pain has its place in the architecture of the soul. So rather than asking, "Why did this happen?" ask, "What can I make of this now? What strength can I build from it?" That is the Stoic way, not to wish for a different past, but to build a stronger self in the present. 4. Don't wait to feel better before living better. You might think, "I'll move forward once I feel okay, once I've healed," but Stoicism reminds us, we don't need to feel better to act better. You may still feel sorrow. You may still carry that weight, but you can still choose today to act with wisdom, to be kind to yourself, to take one small step forward, to get up, to breathe deeply, to eat mindfully, to speak gently to your own inner world. Courage doesn't mean not feeling pain. It means walking forward even while carrying it. 5. You are not alone, and you are not broken. Finally, remember this. You are not alone in your pain. And your suffering does not mean you are broken or weak. It means you are alive, that you have dared to feel deeply, that you have cared enough to be wounded. Stoicism does not ask you to suppress your pain. It asks you to face it, to examine it, and to not let it rule you. Your wound is not a curse. It's a mirror, showing you your depth, your tenderness, and your capacity to rise again. Today, your wound might still ache, and that's okay, but one small act of clarity, one breath of acceptance, one refusal to be ruled by yesterday, that is enough. You do not have to heal completely to begin again. Take this day slowly, with honesty, with strength, not because it is easy, but because it is yours. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. You have that power. Use it today, with stillness, with courage, with peace.